Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto and his team have unleashed dangerous propaganda. And Raila Odinga and Azimio One Kenya Alliance must avoid falling for Kenya Kwanza schemes and dangerous traps. I'm saying this because yesterday, Uhuru Kenyatta was in Tanzania. And Uhuru Kenyatta met with the Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu. And Uhuru Kenyatta shared photos of his meeting with Samia Suluhu. There was this photo which was taken at State House. You can clearly see the photo. Today, that photo has been altered. And Jakaya Kikwete has been added as part of that photo. Who did that? And what was the objective of altering that photo? The truth of the matter is that Kenya Kwanza have been trying so hard to portray Uhuru Kenyatta as the only person in the Republic of Kenya who is opposed to Raila Odinga's move to contest for the AU Commission chairmanship. The truth of the matter is that Uhuru Kenyatta, through Raila AU, has already declared his support for Raila Odinga. Initially, they started the narrative that Uhuru Kenyatta also wanted that seat. Then when Azimio One Kenya Alliance issued their statement, the presence of David Murabe and the presence of Jeremiah Kioni was enough to confirm to anybody that Uhuru Kenyatta was not going to go for that seat. Then after that, they began another propaganda. They came up with the name of Jakaya Kikwete. So far, Jakaya Kikwete has not declared his interest. So why are we even talking about him? Until the point when Jakaya Kikwete shall have declared his interest, then that's when we can say that it is Uhuru Kenyatta who is pushing for his bid. And that's why they shared that photo. And let me also just show you something which they've been trying so hard to do. Let me just show you some fake documents which they've been trying to come up with. There was this infographics which they came up with that Uhuru gives full support to Jakaya Kikwete on AU chairperson. That Uhuru Kenyatta gives his full support to Jakaya Kikwete on AU chairperson bid. This is part of propaganda, and they used one of the media houses, which is kenyans.co.ke. Then they also went and picked the star. This is what they said. Uhuru rallies African leaders to back Jakaya Kikwete for AU chairman. You see, this seat is not even vacant for Uhuru Kenyatta to start lobbying these guys. Then the other one is also saying that I have no doubt that Raila is a viable candidate, but I strongly believe that Jakaya Kikwete is better suited for the job. All these are propaganda. And who do you think is behind those propaganda? Let us ask ourselves two very important questions. The first question is, what is Kenya Kwanza interest in Raila Odinga's bid for becoming the next African Union Commission chair? Three main objectives. Number one, they want to force Raila Odinga out of politics. And Raila can contest and fail, but the truth is they want Raila Odinga to contest so that if he succeeds, he'll be out of politics. Number two, they also want to execute their agenda. One of Kenya Kwanza agenda is that they will plan to change the constitution so that they can rule this country like a jungle. You just saw yesterday what happened in parliament, where members of parliament just voted. Kenya Kwanza just voted like robots. And of course, they want to use it to cause division within Azimio. And that's probably the reason they are trying to drag the name of Uhuru Kenyatta, Jakaya Kikwete, and all those names. So, Azimio One Kenya Alliance must be very careful. Again, let me take you to Twitter. One man who is a friend of mine, Silas Jakakimba, made some series of tweets the other day, and one of them caught my attention. And in that one, he actually posted it in Luo. Silas Jakakingba was one of Raila Odinga handlers before. He would always be there whenever Uhuru was present. He made sure that whenever Uhuru was around, he would always be seen around, either at the back, taking photos, and he worked very closely with Karanja Kibicho. And immediately, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance were defeated. He quickly jumped ship to the other side. I'm actually trying to get that post, but something has also caught my attention on his page. And there's this post which he made in the Luo. Where is it? It's together here. There's this post he made in Luo. Let me just, okay. This is the post, and I'm going to just try to briefly explain it, translate it in English. That koro nyaka gir jakom ni would otike osekete fitina. You see, he used coded words so that this name Uhuru Kenyatta is not there and any other thing. So basically saying, even this thing Jakom wants, Uhuru Kenyatta ameleta fitina. Jachak tokodewe biro dunyore kode. Nyaka would akeyo bed e kom kendo mana ka chieng' rieny. So he's trying to allude that Uhuru Kenyatta is opposed to Raila's bid, but William Ruto is going to fight hard. He's going to fight Uhuru very hard on this until Jakom gets this thing. He's going ahead to say, Tokata mana anane okadewe wabiro wuoyo mbele. He's trying to allude that even him, he doesn't care about Uhuru. He's going to talk. So the truth is, this is pure propaganda, because if you want to say that Uhuru is opposed to Raila, which could be true, what tells you that Kenya Kwanza wants Raila Odinga to go to AU? How many people? Because I've talked to so many people, they don't even trust the support which Kenya Kwanza is offering to Raila Amolo Odinga. So for me, I strongly believe that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance must be very, very careful and avoid falling for Kenya Kwanza trap. Because for Kenya Kwanza, it's a win-win situation. Whether Raila Odinga wins or whether he loses. If Raila Odinga wins, they also win because Raila Odinga will be out of politics. If Raila Odinga loses, well, of course, they'll have someone to blame. And they want Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance to believe that it is actually Uhuru Kenyatta who is opposed to Raila. And Jakakimba also made another post on the same platform, the same platform the other day about Uhuru. And in that post, it's like Uhuru is the one who is pushing Jakaya Kikwete to contest. The truth of the matter is that Tanzanians are unlike Kenyans. Hao si watu wa fitina. If Jakaya Kikwete wants to run, he will declare publicly. And I don't think Jakaya Kikwete would offer his candidature based on the way the Tanzanians are brought up, that he will offer his candidature because of Kenyan internal politics. I don't think so. He might just offer himself because he is qualified. And the truth is, if Raila Odinga is running, is there anything that stops Jakaya Kikwete from running? If Jakaya Kikwete were to declare his bid today, would you attribute it to Uhuru or would you attribute it to who? How many other people are we going to see contesting for this seat? So in my view, Kenya Kwanza have engaged serious propaganda machine. And therefore, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance must be very careful. So in this video, I want to explain to you guys the objectives why they are unleashing those propaganda. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Number one, in my view, is that Kenya Kwanza is keen on creating division within Azimio. The truth of the matter is that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance is standing today because of one man, Uhuru Kenyatta. If Uhuru Kenyatta were not in the picture, Azimio would have disintegrated. The truth is, even Kalonzo Musyoka supported Raila Odinga in the last election because of Uhuru Kenyatta. If Uhuru Kenyatta was not in Azimio, Kalonzo Musyoka would probably have joined Kenya Kwanza. I don't know the number of votes Raila Odinga would have received from Ukambani minus Kalonzo Musyoka. And you know the implication of that. Of course, even Nairobi, even coastal region, in those regions, there are serious Kamba presence. So they want to create that division. So that if Raila Odinga supporters will start blaming Uhuru Kenyatta, and I'm also seeing the narrative which they are also advancing, that Uhuru Kenyatta is supporting Kalonzo. And because he's supporting Kalonzo, he wants Raila Odinga to go out to AU. You see, they are basically contradicting themselves. That if Raila Odinga goes to AU, then he will create room for Kalonzo, contradicting their initial position. Number two, they also want to betray Uhuru Kenyatta as someone who betrayed Raila Odinga and is still betraying Raila Odinga. Of course, for me, if you ask me, and for those who understood Azimio Lamoja One Kenya Alliance campaign, there are those who believe that Uhuru Kenyatta played Raila Odinga. Some of us, no, let me not talk of others. Personally, I don't blame Uhuru Kenyatta over Raila Odinga's loss even a single day. Uhuru Kenyatta did everything for Raila Odinga. If Raila Odinga and Azimio, or ODM for that matter, had just concentrated on their stronghold and ensured their stronghold turned up, Raila would be president. Uhuru never interfered with ODM nominations, which caused serious apathy in some of their strongholds. Uhuru Kenyatta facilitated Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga had choppers everywhere. So the only thing is that Uhuru Kenyatta was betrayed by his own people he trusted. And some of them can actually be attributed to the mistakes by Azimio or Raila Odinga for that matter. When Raila Odinga named the initial cabinet, which included Joho, included Peter Munya, included Oparanya, I think there were 4 people, he left out a very critical person, Fred Matiang'i, who was the Minister for Interior. That's the moment Matiang'i saw no chance in Azimio. And therefore, he pulled back. And of course, people like Monica Juma were there being compromised. Yeah, but I don't want to get into that. But they want to portray Uhuru Kenyatta as a betrayer. And number 3, they're trying to soften the ground for Kenya Kwanza should Raila Odinga take over. They want to take credit for that win. That if Raila Odinga will contest and he wins, they don't want to attribute it to Uhuru Kenyatta in any way. They want to portray Uhuru Kenyatta as someone who was advancing the candidature of Jakaya Kikwete. Of course, it's now a foregone conclusion that Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to contest for the seat. Initially, that was their plan, that Uhuru Kenyatta was campaigning. Now they are coming up with Kikwete. So that if Raila were to win, they'll say, Uhuru, now where you are with Kikwete. And lastly, they also want blame game. They want to create a scapegoat. That should Raila Odinga lose, the person they are going to blame is none other than Uhuru Kenyatta. For me, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance, just like I keep on telling them, must focus. Their focus should be, if they want Raila Odinga to be the next AU, they should focus on how Raila Odinga can become the next African Union Commission chair. Simple. If they want to win the presidency in 2027, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance must also focus. How do they win the presidency? All these other things they are saying, all these other things they are trying to do are neither here nor there. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny, and I'm never wrong. Kindly also don't forget, if you watch this video up to this stage, to check the comment section. Click that tag, that pinned comment, click that link, and subscribe to that my Facebook page. That's a request I'm making to you guys. Until next time, bye bye.